Hi, these days investing in stock market, Bitcoin or other tools became extremely popular. And it's not a surprise that Microsoft also tried to integrate certain solutions to be able to reflect this trend. For instance, Microsoft Excel allows you to track the stock market performance. Let's see how it works.
So let's see what the stocks option tool can provide us with in Excel. For example, let's try to fill in the table. Let's imagine you already purchased certain shares of the companies and you want to create a simple tool which will allow you to understand what is the current status of your positions, what is your essential gain and loss. Let's imagine you invested in Apple and Coca-Cola companies. So you put Apple, and let's imagine again that you don't know the ticker of the company. So you put the stocks. On the right section, you will be available to see the proposed companies. And the first company, okay, Apple Inc. This is exactly the company which we need. We push select, and here you see the name of the company. Now, whenever you select the cell, you will see additional menu here near it. With the help of this menu, let's fill in all the missing information about the company. Let's put the menu. First of all, is the ticker. You need to go down through the menu and see the ticker symbol. The next should be the price, which is the current price of today. Next element is change, and it's pretty simple because all the elements in the drop-down list are in alphabetical order. So you go to the change, and let's imagine we want to have change in percentages and also, for instance, price per earnings ratio. Importantly, you don't need to repeat the same path and always go to this drop-down list, because as soon as you enter the name of the company and it's treated properly by Excel, for all other parameters we have a certain formula. All you need to do is change the value of the original cell with the company name you want to track, and then all the formulas will be updated automatically. Let's see it as an example. For instance, we add Coca-Cola. Let's also try to find it. I know the ticker, it's KO, but just for the example purposes, let's try to find it. But immediately you see the Coca-Cola company appears here. So now you don't need to repeat the same path with adding all of the elements. You just simply select this row and you drag it down. And as you can see, all the elements are updated automatically. And for the sake of example, I just added a few elements which will help us to make it a solid report. So for instance, you purchased 100 shares of each of the companies at a certain price. And on the right part, you may see immediately the calculation of your gain and loss in absolute values and in percentages. If you want to track more companies, you just need to add the elements down the list and copy the right part with the ticker and the values down below. As you can see, in this menu, you are not able to select the price at the specific date. In order to fix this, we need to use a bit different approach. Let's imagine we want to track the share price of the company for a period of time. And let's say, for instance, we want to check it daily and we want to check how the price evolved over the last 15 days. In order to do this, we need to use the formula which is called stock history. So first element is the stock. Here we need to choose the ticker. Second parameter is the start date, and it should be, let's say, today minus 15 days. The end date would be today. And then, in order to avoid automatic headers, we need to skip second parameter. And for the next parameter, we need to put 0. Push enter, and here you are. As you can see, everything is defined in one formula, so you can change the number of days, you can change the stock, you can copy this formula everywhere. The tiny inconvenience with this formula is that it starts with the oldest date and finishes with the latest date. In order to fix this, we need to use sort formula. As the first parameter of the formula, we will use our stock history formula. For the second parameter, we'll put 1, and the third parameter will put -1. Now, as you can see, all the information starts with the last date and it goes back to the history. The beauty of the formula is that its output is an array, so you need to copy essentially one cell and apply it to the new parameters, and you will get a new set of data. In this example, let's imagine we want to have the same information about Coca-Cola company. We copy the formula here. Now, the only thing we need to change is the link to the proper ticker. As you can see, the second table provides us with information about the Coca-Cola company performance. I hope you find this information helpful, and now, if you need to, you are able to create specific dashboards or tracking solutions to track the performance of your investments. Thank you and goodbye.